So it's making a firearm accessible to a child. Did someone pass away as a result?
So this one was the defendant, the father of the children. There were 3 children playing. And then the gun or the weapon was found on the bed, and one of the children was trying to get rid of the gun and then ended up shooting and killing his 10-year-old brother, shooting in the side of his head.
This case is a gut punch, a 10-year-old dead because a gun was left on the bed. Legally, making a firearm accessible to a child is often a misdemeanor, but when it turns fatal, prosecutors throw the book at parents. Judge Fleischer's dilemma? The dad's grief versus societal accountability. Is losing a child punishment enough, or does the law need to send a harsher message? For parents watching, this is why gun safes exist. One oversight and lives shatter forever.
And I spoke with Caroline on this, but I was more comfortable deferring to you without an agreed rec on what you thought was appropriate here.
I don't know.
I looked at the medication packet, but
What'd you think?
for some reason the case is 2 years old and it was only a 7-page packet. I felt that his statement wasn't really, taking as much responsibility overtly for this, and then it was images of their family. I understand all of that, but with 2 years going on, I don't know why this wasn't resolved with the other chiefs or what's going on, but I just wanted to see a little more with it.
Mr. Gutierrez, come up. Come up.
And Your Honor, do you have a translator here for this?
Oh, he doesn't speak English.
No.
Got it.
Morning, Judge.
Hi, Luis, how are you?
Because you wanna,
So are you okay with going without an agreed rec? Ms. Siegler? Are
Sorry.
you okay with going without an agreed rec? Where was the weapon initially? Do you know?
It was found on the bed.
fue encontrada en la cama.
Just a gun is just, well, I mean, do we know where it was initially before it was used? I guess that's my question.
There were several guns in the house. If you one moment, let me pull up the OR, but this one that was involved in the accident was found on the bed.
Encontrada en la cama.
1 second.
Un momento.
The mother, the complainant, or sorry, next of kin advised that she was told that one of her children was trying to make the bed and in the process moved the firearm and it was discharged. And the child did not know that the gun was loaded.
The worst, that's a worst nightmare.
I know.
Just, it's awful.
Terrible.
I don't know. I don't. I think that there has to be some punishment, right?
Your Honor, we're happy to speak to him and have him redo his mitigation packet.
But the thing is that he's had the chance to do it. You know what you're supposed to do. And if you can't own up to it at that time, then, I mean, that's truly what you mean at that time. Right? I'd like to see it, if you don't mind, his letter, to see
Of course.
how he feels. Is he truly remorseful? Because, on one end, I would think that the fact that your own child is dead because of you, is that punishment enough? Right?
That's where I was at too, Your Honor, which I was conflicting on.
If you can't even take responsibility for it, I mean,
And
You
the
know,
next of kin, the mother, the prior chief did speak with her in person. We followed up with her over the phone. And she has expressed they've all been to therapy, obviously, and she said to leave it up to us.
Are they still together? Is the family still together?
Or,
No estoy seguro si es fan.
yes,
So let's do this. Let's get the plea done. I'd like to get it done today. It's 200 days old. Do it. There's going to be some. Okay.
Algo. Okay.
Not as much, but there's going to be some.
The
And
judge
then-
cuts to the core here. Can any sentence outweigh a parent's guilt? Some argue jail would only orphan the surviving kids, while others demand consequences to deter negligence. Notice how the defense leans hard on "he's a good provider" classic. Strategy in family tragedy cases. But let's be real. If this were someone else's kid, he'd be behind bars. Should kinship soften justice? Your call, but this ruling walks a razor's edge.
And then, but then I'd like to see his letter first, though, if you don't mind. Okay. And then
It's in Spanish, so.
It's okay. I can read Spanish. And then, do you want to go ahead and write it up and do it today? Or do you want, tell me how you want to do this.
I would, whatever the recommendation is, I would like some time to talk to him about it.
Okay.
And if he would like to take it today, then we can take it today. If not, then I would ask for something.
No, if he doesn't take it, we're going to set it. It's 200 days old. It's time. So I guess let me take a look at the letter. Let me read it and then I'll get back to you. And then give me 15 minutes. Let me just talk to them and then, okay?
Absolutely.
Okay.
Thank you so much.
Sure.
So I'll print it right now.
Thanks. Mr. Ernesto Gutierrez stands charged with the offense of making a firearm accessible to a child. He's facing up to a year in jail and/or a $4,000 fine. We were here last time on December 19th, state having offered 270 days in jail and defense and state couldn't come up to an agreement. And so state waived. Defense has come to us for punishment, asking the court to punish Mr. Gutierrez with regard to this case. We have done the agreement. He has pled guilty to the offense. So now we are set for punishment in this case today. One of the things that I would like to know is how this has changed you, Mr. Gutierrez. What have you done differently?
Ha cambiado totalmente mi vida,
My life has changed completely.
mi trabajo, mi vida social,
My work, my social life,
todo.
everything.
What have you done differently? So that we know that you appreciate the gravity of what has happened. What have you done differently? Losing a child is probably one of the worst things that can happen in life. You know, when you have a child, you are tasked with loving, protecting, raising, making that person the best they can be. That is the duty of a father. Here, you allegedly left a gun on a bed. The child found the gun, or one of the children found the gun, and did the unthinkable. What have you done that has So I know that you appreciate the gravity of what has happened. Did you go to therapy? Did you see a psychologist? What have you done?
Mi familia y yo hemos estado asistiendo a terapias.
My family and I have been attending therapy.
Trabajamos 3 meses con trabajadores, estuvieron visitando trabajadores sociales.
We, for 3 months, were being visited by social workers.
So CPS got involved, I guess? What happened with that? Anything?
Pues durante ese tiempo ellos estuvieron asistiendo a mis niños.
Well, during that time,
A mi
they were
esposa y
helping
a
my
mí.
children, my wife and myself,
Para ayudarnos con la situación.
to help us with that
So
situation.
you had a CPS plan in place then? Is CPS still involved in your life now? How long are they expected to be in your lives?
¿Cuánto tiempo esperan que ellos estén siempre?
Ellos estuvieron casi 4 meses con nosotros.
They were with us for almost 4 months,
Y aún tenemos contacto con la psicóloga.
and we still are in touch with the psychologist that helped us.
Personalmente he tomado todas las medidas para que mis hijos no estén solos.
Personally,
En la
I have
casa.
taken measures to make sure that my children are not alone in the house.
Todo el tiempo mi esposa ha estado con ellos y
My
ahorita mi
wife
padre.
has been with them the entire time, and even right now,
Mientras yo trabajo para sostener a mí.
while I work to support them.
Ha sido bien difícil.
It's been very difficult.
How many children do you have now?
But I find it great.
Did you just have another child?
Your Honor, they're all here today.
Yes.
What do you want?
Your Honor, may I address the court? Okay. Judge, you know, this is a very good man. I have hundreds of clients. As you know, being a judge, not all of them are good. Oftentimes, there's a lot of bad people in this world that, you know, over the course of the past few months, I've gotten the honor, the privilege of getting to know this man, getting to know his family, sitting here in your honorable court today. These are good people from Venezuela. And Judge, in my first 2 or 3 years of practice, I did catastrophic injuries, wrongful death, personal injury work. I saw oftentimes a horrible accident like this would happen. Husband and wife would divorce, families would be, you know, left in shambles. This is a man that the family really needs. He's the sole provider of the house. He's a good father. He's a good husband. When the wife and the kids came to my office last week and we talked about this case and I was preparing them for today, the wife couldn't even look me in the eye. I brought them today. They will also tell His Honor how much they need him, and that without him going to prison, prison is not, jail is not the place for this gentleman. Because then those kids will grow up without a dad. All financial contributions will be over with, and this whole family will be destroyed. And then most likely, you know, there's a very strong possibility that he will be deported. We've already, you know, admonished him ourselves about this, but Ernesto, I want you to look at the judge. Are you sorry?
No.
You acknowledge the fact that you have messed up?
Sí,
Do you take responsibility for this?
total.
Totally. Total.
Do you hate yourself?
Se odia a usted mismo. Yes.
And are you begging the judge for mercy?
Al juez que le dé misericordia. Yes.
Do you understand that he has the power to throw you in jail and throw away the key and you sit there and rot away?
Yes.
Tell him why you deserve mercy.
Porque usted merece misericordia.
Yo no quiero que mi familia se quede solo.
I don't want my family to be left
Yo soy
alone.
el soporte de mi familia.
I am the sole support of my family.
Is there anything else you want to tell the
¿Hay
judge?
cualquier otra cosa, algo más que le quiere decir al juez?
Pido piedad. Pido piedad que tenga
I'm
piedad
just asking you
conmigo.
for mercy. Be merciful on me.
No solamente esta situación va a afectar a mí, sino a mis hijos también. Y no
This
quiero eso.
situation is not just going to affect me, but also my children as well.
Your Honor, would you like to hear from the wife
Quisiera oír de
or the kids or the father or
Well, I
friend?
think that
anything?
they've probably been punished enough for this, you know, really.
Thank you,
Do you want
Judge.
to add anything?
Just that you've seen more cases than any of us, and I know that you'll do the right thing, so we would defer to you. And I understand when we first met to show signs of remorse and things that he's done after that, and it appears he has done those things.
You know, I will tell you this, that if this were a case where there had been the death of someone else's child, then I think that that would absolutely 100% unequivocally be jail and a really long and healthy jail sentence. But in this case, I think that when you do something of this nature where you end up with the death of your own child, I think that that's about as bad as it gets. You know, I really feel for you. You know, it's not going to be an easy thing to, you know. I don't think
Yo no creo
something with the dismissal is appropriate in this case, because I think the world needs to be on notice of what has happened, you know. And, you know, I shudder to think that anytime you look at a picture, anytime you do an activity, it's going to bring up a memory, you know. I have a problem dealing with it myself. Just think before you act. Think before you speak, because kids are crafty. I've seen this all too much. And we had a case here where a kid climbed up, you know, a bookcase that was 15 feet high, took a gun and killed. Just, if you have weapons, you don't need to have them accessible or even near a child. Sentence you to 1 year in jail. I'm going to probate it for 2. I'm not going to put you in jail now because I think that I hope that this is punishment enough. I am going to keep tabs on you so I know that you're doing well, though. I'm not going to let you go for 2 years. And I want him to do thinking for a change. I don't want you to be in possession of weapons. I don't want you to consume alcohol. I don't want you to consume illegal drugs. You mess up, I am going to put you in jail. If you pick up a new case, I will put you in jail. I think that if I were to put you in jail,
No jail time, just probation and a warning. Judge Fleischer's call is pragmatic. The family needs this dad financially, and his guilt is its own prison. But here's the catch. 1 misstep in 2 years, and he's locked up. Smart or too soft? Consider this. Had the victim been a neighbor's child, this courtroom's tone would have been very different. The takeaway? Justice isn't blind to context, and that's controversial as hell.
what it would probably end up doing is punishing your family more than you. And there are a lot of people that depend on you. Make the right decision. It's not hard. And I mean, leaving a gun on the bed. Anything else you think? I don't care about the money. Money is the least of my concern. That's a good idea. Although he's probably having to do it with CPS regardless. So let's see if he's doing it with CPS, and then, just the idea is that you leave here better than you came. That's what makes us happy. And that's what we strive for every single person that comes through our court. We want you to leave better than you came. I feel your pain. If I could hug you, I would, Mr. Gutierrez, but it's tragic. It sucks. All right, guys.
Your Honor, may I address the court?
Sure.
We just want to thank you so much for the compassion that you've shown, Mr. Gutierrez, and it's just an honor to be before you. We really appreciate you hearing us out, and will you tell Judge thank you?
Thank you.
Judge, you've saved his life, so I hope you know that. May we be excused?
You got it.
Thank you, Judge.
You are Lawrence Bazil. Good morning, Mr. Bazil. So I see here you've picked up 2 new cases. You've picked up a violation of a protective order or bond condition. You've also picked up a burglar of a habitation. It's alleged that on November 26th of this year, you've picked up these cases. I have no idea what's happened with these cases. Your lawyer's here with you. She's on Zoom. Please don't say anything at this point. I just want to find out what's going on because I don't know. So we're going to do probable cause. You have the right to remain silent. Anything you say can and will be used against you. You have the right to have an attorney present. If you cannot afford one will be appointed to you, sir. Okay.
Witness stated on August 29th, 2024, he and his girlfriend, the complainant, were home when the defendant appeared at the front of the property and told the witness that he wanted to kill him or kick his ass.
Okay, hold on. You're going way too fast. So who's at the home?
So the witness and the complainant are dating. And the defendant appeared at the front of the complainant's house.
Okay.
Told the witness that he wanted to kill him or kick his ass. The defendant proceeded to walk towards the front door of the house and enter the home without consent. The defendant then grabbed some keys from inside the house. The witness ran outside of the home and the defendant chased after him. The defendant began to hit the witness several times with fists. The defendant then snatched the witness's cell phone and ran out of the house. Complaining witness has an active 5-year protective order against the defendant that was issued on 12/6/23.
So that 5-year protective order is against the witness.
The complainant.
Yeah. Okay, it's the complainant.
The complainant is the girlfriend, and that's the VPO. And then there's also the Berghout, but I mean, it's the same complainant.
The complainant's mom.
Stop. Don't, please.
Hold on, Mr. Bazil.
I mean, really, just now's not the time. There will be a time, now's not it. So what problem did you have with anything, Ms. Oko? Or did you have?
Yes, Judge. So he was arrested on a VPO on the 30th. The complainant
30th of
August. On the 30th of August for a VPO violation. So for them, for it's a bit, shall I say, unfair for him to be rearrested on a VPO for the day prior to the day he was arrested for the same VPO.
Well,
he spent 2 weeks in jail.
No, but they're different, right? So read me if you don't mind, the VPO on 8/31.
Yes, Judge. So on 8/30, an officer was dispatched to a suspicious person call at the listed address in Harris County, Texas. The complaining witness had an active protective order stating the defendant could not be within 200 feet of her residence. On that day, defendant was walking on the sidewalk in front of her house, which is less than 50 feet away from the residence in Harris County, Texas. The complainant had a picture of the defendant on the sidewalk across the street from her residence within the 50 feet. Listen to the protective order.
So, and that was on August 31st. 30th. This new case that we have here now, this is from November.
It was filed in November, but it occurred on the 29th. So it's just a late filing. That's kind of the confusion.
I see.
And on the 30th, Judge, the complainant actually went up to the police station.
So here's the why I don't understand what really. I mean, Okay, so here's what it looks like. The first VPO that we have here was for the August 30th case. So what it essentially looks like is we have two VPOs happening one after one day and then another one happening the next day. But it looks like I don't understand why, but
Different filing officers. So, I mean, in the first VPO that he was convicted in, the officer filed it the day after. He filed it on the 31st. For some reason, they sat on it until 11/26.
hey, guys, your camera. Yeah. So this new case happened 8/29 versus the one that he pled to in September happened on 8/30. So this is like what she's saying, it's a late filing and it happened the day before that other VPO. You know what I mean?
So I'm reading the DIMS and it actually, so the mom went the next day to the police station to complain about yesterday. That's what I'm reading on the DIMS. She goes to the police station and she says, hey, he's been to my house. He went to my house yesterday and now he's on the crosswalk. So essentially they, on both of the DIMS, they're adding 2 of these days on the same thing, on the same DIM. So she's complaining 20th and the 30th.
We have a 911 call from the incident on the 30th, and it says the officers were dispatched to the house. So I don't believe it was a walk-in report.
I'm literally looking at it and it says that she came to 1200. The complainant appeared at the Houston Police Department Family Violence Unit located at 1200 Travis, and she stated that her son stated the defendant was her son.
Yeah.
I'm reading it.
That's my mother.
Mr. Bezil, hold on.
That's for the most recent VPO. I'm talking about the original VPO. There's a 911 officers were dispatched. The one on the 30th.
That's what I'm saying. On August 30th, 2024, the complainant appeared at the HPD on 1200 Travis, and she complained about yesterday, the 29th event, and the today's event. I don't know if there's a today event, but
so okay, it may be so, but they're 2 separate offenses, right? Maybe she's complaining about it at the time. She's complaining about 2 different things, right? Because they're happening in successive order. But I guess technically to the filing, and there's still 2 separate incidents that occur. Are you saying you're saying it should just be one VPO and not 2?
I think I figured it out.
Okay.
Yes, she made a walk-in. Officers were originally dispatched. She made a walk-in report. She told the officers that the defendant went over to her home wanting to fight her boyfriend. The complainant stated the defendant left when he found out her boyfriend was not home at the time. That's the VPO, or that's the violation that happened that he pled to, I believe. And then the defendant returned to the home to try to fight the boyfriend. That's when the bird hab and the second VPO happened. So these are 2 separate trips to the house. It's just the filing's messed up.
You need to talk to your lawyer, and then she can.
I'll explain to you, Mr. Bezel. Don't worry about it. So essentially, there are 2 different days, even though they happened the one day after the other. She complained the second day about both of those incidences. That's when the officers went to the house to arrest Mr. Bazil, which I think is confusing, because if she's complaining about him coming to the house the next day and they go and arrest him that same day, then it's essentially both VPOs should have been filed at that time. I think
I need to call the officer. I'm not prepared to make any, decisions on these cases right now.
Why don't we do this? Let's roll it to tomorrow. Are you okay with that?
Yes, Judge. Mr. Bill, he's here on the Berghab anyway, which he has not made bond on, so he's still here.
Well, that's true. So you've got the open felony case regardless. So let's do this. We can roll you to tomorrow. This gives you the opportunity to speak with Ms. Hoko. She can do the research she needs to do. It gives more time also to your lawyer to do any other research that she needs to do, and then we can get together tomorrow. And don't. I know you have to understand, that anything you say, they're going to use it against you. I know that you're trying to help, and I've seen so many instances where someone tries and they think that they're helping themselves, and then they end up admitting something they shouldn't say, and it helps makes the case. Okay. So what we'll do is we'll have you put you back in back. I'll have Nisoko reach out to you. You guys powwow. We'll bring you back tomorrow, and then we'll see what. Yes, yeah. I'm gonna have her call back over there right now, so you guys can talk. Okay? Yeah. I know that you're itching to talk to her, and we're gonna get you right now. 2 minutes. There will be. We will be. That's what we're here for. We're not here to play. Good morning, Mr. Colegio. Sir, you're charged with driving while intoxicated, second offense. You're facing up to a year in jail and or a $4,000 fine. You guys have worked out an agreement. They're offering you 30 days in jail, credit for the 12 days that you've done. You need to understand that this is going to go on your record. It's going to be there for the rest of your life. What happens next time?
I won't be here next time, sir.
If I had one strand of hair every time someone told me that right there, I would look like you with hair. Really. If I had one strand. You need to understand that both of these are going to go on your record. They'll be there forever. Even if you have a sip of alcohol, if you get pulled over, an officer's going to see DWI, they're going to probably take you right in. From now on, you're facing a 3rd-degree felony, 2 to 10 in the penitentiary. Do you understand?
Yes, sir.
So I wouldn't get in the car, even if you've had a sip of alcohol, because if you thought this was bad, wait till you get to felony court. You're giving up the right to a trial, right to compel witnesses. If you're not a citizen, there are possible immigration consequences. You can be deported, excluded from the country, denied naturalization under federal law. You give up the right to appeal. Once you plead guilty, it goes on your record. You can never take it off. You understand?
Yes, sir.
You still want to do this?
Yes, sir.
How do you plead to the offense, sir? Guilty or not guilty?
Guilty.
It's alleged that you had an open container. Is that true or untrue? Did you have an open container of alcohol in the car?
Yeah.
I did discuss that.
I'm going to abandon the second enhancement, but that's an enhancement that makes it a minimum of 5 days in jail to the case, which you've already satisfied it, obviously.
Okay.
But it's still an enhancement that they have on there. They actually have 2 enhancements. Your second enhancement is one that you had. Actually, there's 3 enhancements, actually. So it's also alleged here that you had a prior DWI in County Court 5 in Montgomery County. Is that true or untrue? It's also alleged here that you had a .15 or above. Is that true?
I would, due to the actual results, I would ask them to abandon that one.
Okay, I'll abandon that one. I got to look to see because that one might make it 90 days though.
The NCC code has to change. Because it's a DWI second with the 0.15.
It's a second.
With a 15.
Okay.
So we need to, so.
Because it is a 0.14 and a 0.15, so I would.
Do you know what the new NCIC code
It
is?
will be just a DWI second, right?
Yeah. I don't have, do you guys have the NCIC code for just a DWI second?
Yeah, I think it should be the 14.
I don't know. I want you to understand that there's another big thing about this, Mr. Colegio, that DWIs are big business in Harris County. You know, this right here, there is a $6,000 surcharge that goes on you because this is a second offense, plus court costs of around $500. So because you're in custody now, I'm going to end up waiving it because you're in custody now. But the more DWIs you pick up, the worse life gets. And it's so easy. All you have to do is hit one button on your phone, $40, and Uber will take you wherever you want to go, man. Don't get into a car again, if you've had alcohol, because it's not gonna end up well.
Sure.
Did you find a chance?
Yeah, yes, Judge. I think the paperwork may have to be refiled. I'm not entirely sure. But she's gonna work on it.
Okay with abandoning the 15 enhancement?
Last name again?
Colegio, COLL.
AGL.
So that would do. And what's the logic behind that?
Well, one of my fear was that it would make the minimum higher, but the,
Don't worry about it. It's pretty high. That's why I was, that's what my understanding was. I didn't know that.
That's scary.
That's why I kept it, and it's minimum was 3. 30 is fine.
Okay, so I just say,
you would? Yeah.
okay,
Your breath.
okay, yes, sir. Gotcha.
So we can continue with the plea as written.
Okay, so, so is it true that you had an open container? Did you have an open container?
Yes.
No, you were there.
Yes, yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Okay. Is it true that you had that prior to DWI?
Yes, sir.
And it's also true that you had a 0.15 or above?
Yes, sir.
Okay. You know how to act. You know what to do.
Yes, sir.
Just be good in the future. We're not asking much, you know? We want our streets safe. How do you plead to the offense? Guilty or not guilty?
Guilty, sir.
Find you guilty. I will follow the agreements for cost. So I'm going to waive the DPS fees. I still need that order, please.
Yes, we'll do it.
And then I am going to suspend your license for a year. Do not drive. It's a DWI. It's a second DWI. You're
Okay,
pleading
yes, fine.
guilty.
Thank you, sir. Thank you.
That, look,
Fine, thank you.
you're going to get out of jail.
Okay, can I get an ID, like a regular ID to start working?
Well, of course you can.
Okay, I'm just asking. That was the reason I turned myself in.
Glad that you did.
Thank you.
You're getting out of here probably today. When you get out, don't start driving.
Yes, sir.
Call DPS. They can tell you how to get your license back. And then when you do things the right way, good things happen. If you go out there and you start driving, even though you got to work,
Yes, sir.
Murphy's Law, what can happen will happen. You're probably going to end up getting pulled over and you're going to be right back over here.
Sure.
So do things the right way. Good things happen. All right. Good luck. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.